Hello, friends. I'm here, and we are back today to continue talking about watercolor journaling and watercolor sketchbooks. If you missed last week's live, I'm going to make sure to link it below because that's where all the fun and games started. And I came up with all of these tips, personal tips that have helped me be a better sketchbooker journaler, like an ex-sketchbook hater, in fact. And today we're going to continue. How's everybody doing? How are we doing? How are we doing? I hope we're doing good. I want to get down to the painting table. I do have to ask. I'm always messing with tech. This image quality looks better, doesn't it? Let me know. Let me know what you think. I think it looks better than normal. And if you're like new to my lives and you're watching on replay, let me know too in comments because I'm trying to be better. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Thrifty. Yes. Wendy. Hello. Mary. I'm not sure I figured out my style yet either. Honestly, don't worry about it. I feel like it's ever evolving. Like, I feel like my art style, I see rumblings of what I was in high school in what I do now. But I also feel it like to the point that maybe we're constantly building this style that we eventually maybe someday we land on and we're like, oh, there it is. There's my style. But at the same time, I don't think so. I think our style is in this weird, like ping pong. I don't think it's linear. Yeah, I don't think it's linear. All right. Yeah, Randy. Yeah. Yeah. Hi, Randy. Yeah, it was at noon. And I got a really annoying text from my other business, Kelly. And she's like, somebody's trying to cancel. And I'm like, great. No. No. We're not doing that. So, oh, I love all the art supply chat going on here. All the art supply chat. And friends, if you're watching this on replay, I highly recommend checking out the comments because I think you can get a lot from it because the people in this community are so incredibly like smart and they're in it. They're in the art making practice. Like they're in it. Yeah. Oh, Mary, I'm headed to Utah in like 2 weeks for 3 weeks. And I'm very excited. I'm stoked because it is so beautiful in Utah this time of year. Hey, friends, can we share this live? If you're live, could we share? Get some more folks here to say, hey, what's up? I know it's earlier. This week. Yes, styles are ever evolving and change with the artist, I think. Absolutely. Oh, Wendy, thanks. Yeah, I played around with some stuff, and I think this gives a better like quality of video quality. Yeah, let's get down to the painting table. Now, how's this video quality? It's upside down. That's not love. We're gonna fix that. And scene. Let's see. I think this also looks better, does it not? It's just, I gotta do some things. Taking you for a ride. Okay. Oh, there we go. I gotta get that plugged in or we're not gonna survive the whole live. Yes, right? I don't know what I was doing all these years. Clearly, I still don't know what I'm doing. But I promise it's going to be entertaining. And I promise it's going to be, and why doesn't that fit? What the heck? So I'll be, in all honesty, my husband gave me his old phone. And so I now have an extra situation to use here. And it's supposed to make my life easier, but I'm not sure that's what's happening quite yet. I mean, we'll get there, you know, we'll get there. How's that look? That looks clearer. That looks so much clearer. All right. Oh my gosh, Jennifer, you got your painter's pot? That's freaking fantastic. Do you love it? Oh, you've got some happy, seriously happy mail starting, don't you? Yes. How do you feel about the pink? How do you feel about the pink? Oh, good. Kathy, which one do you have? Which one did you grab? Super curious. Which one did you grab? Why does that look dark? Anyway. It's not. Yay. All right. So I'm showing this just because I think it's cute. This was September's Patreon exclusive video, and I did step-by-step how to. Did any of my patrons here? I know we've got patrons here. Did you watch it? One of the first ones. Okay, cool, Kathy. Yeah. Oh. Sorry, I had to sneeze. Wendy. Yeah, that's brilliant because they have the little lip on them and they're clear. That's right, Jennifer. You have a pink art room. Oh, that's a perfect match then. Love it. Thank you, Ashy. Yay. Good, 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 good. Okay. Okay. So if you want to know more about Patreon, oh, Jennifer saw it. She didn't do it yet. Okay. It's like, I don't know, 38 minutes, I think, this time around. It's a longer one. Oh, good. Nicole watched it. Yeah. So I really had a blast with this one. If you're interested in Patreon and what it's all about, the info is down in the description below. You can do a 7-day free trial and get access to everything over the last 2 years that I've posted there. Honestly, there's more than 2 years there because there's just a lot. You'll see. 7-day free trial. Just set up your account. You do put in your credit card info, but then just put it in your calendar on day 7 or put it in the evening of day 6. And just to remind yourself to decide whether you're going to stay on or not so you don't get charged unexpectedly. But it's a great way to try us out. And when I say us, I mean us because it's an incredible community. It's the heart and soul of watercolor land. You seriously are the heart and soul of watercolor land. So, and you're going to get so much, not just from me. I mean, I do think you're going to get a lot from me, not to be braggy, but I do run the whole thing. But you're going to get so much from all your new friends. Sorry. I'm trying to find my list, my beautiful list of things okay, here it is. So we're going to get back into this journal today. And I'm going to hopefully finish it using some of my own advice. This is the advice we covered last week. This is advice that I am still learning and using myself. And and it's serving me well. So I wanted to share. So let's just kind of go through and recap. How's the sound, everybody? Let me know. Is the sound good? Any echoes? All right. Stop ghosting yourself, your sketchbook. Stop the act of, abandoning unfinished stuff in your sketchbooks. You need to get on it. Number 1, you need to get on it. You need to get in there. You need to, when you feel that spark, to go ahead and add to an already started page. You just need to do it. You just need to do it. I know you need to force yourself to do it. In the most recent video that I posted, and at the time of this live, it was yesterday, I used that word force, and it is a strong word. It could feel like an aggressive word for some, and I fully realize that. But I chose to use that word carefully. And part of me, I wanted it to be such a word, such a powerful word in that video's message that I did initially want to put it on screen, like big letters, force, but I felt like that was a little too aggressive. So I did not send that request to my editor. But that word, if you missed it, that word is super important from yesterday's video. Hey, Thrifty, would you be able to post the link to that video? Because you have mod capabilities now, like legit mod capabilities. Would you be able to post yesterday's video there in the comments for anybody that hasn't seen it yet? So I want you to force yourself to do it. I do. But here's the kicker. Here is the kicker. Can you all still hear me? Comments have stopped. So I just want to make sure we're good. Can somebody just say like, hey, hi, we're good? Okay, good. I see it now. Okay, wonderful. It doesn't have to be for a long time. Force yourself to do it for 30 seconds. Force yourself to do it for a minute. Okay. Number 2, we forgot number 2. Does anybody remember number 2 yet? We are just engrossed. Thanks, Ashley. Let me know if we remember number 2, because I don't. Or maybe I just had seven tips last week. I don't know. Give yourself permission to be messy. My sketchbooks, by many, many, many standards, would be considered just child's play. And I don't care. I don't care. I love them. They make me happy. Number 4, don't do it over on the same page. So this is an example. Whether it's a color, repeat a color on the same page, repeat an element on the same page, and then use that to work within. It's a great page filler. We need page fillers. We need easy page fillers. We do. Because we need cheat codes. We need cheat codes or we don't get through this life. We have so much coming at us. We have so much vying for our attention. We have all the things. We need cheat codes. I don't care. So we need easy page fillers. That's what this one's about. Okay. Easy page fillers. And I'm circling and highlighting, the notes that I'm adding this week. So you can kind of make sense of my chaotic mess here if you come back to it. Hey, sketches. Woo woo. Thank you, Thrifty. Thank you, Thrifty. Yes. Tip 2. It was? Oh my gosh. Okay. Thank you, Ashley. You did your homework. Momentum begets momentum. See, I didn't forget it. I just forgot where it went. Begets momentum. Okay, that's tip 2. But honestly, that is just mantra. That is mantra for life. That little nudge, that forcing of yourself, that's momentum. And I just want you to remember that. I always used to say it when I did bridal shows. Like I used to do bridal shows. They were so crazy. And like you get a group in your booth and next thing you know, you have your booth is overflowing because the momentum of a couple people makes other people curious and they come. And that's the same thing. It's like you tickle your brain with a little forcing of the work, of the painting, of the good stuff. You tickle your brain, then your brain gets curious what could happen next, and it keeps going. All right. Number 5, write yourself notes in that messy space that you're creating in your journals or sketchbooks. Okay. Now, this is clearly more of journal scrapbook, and you might think, well, am I allowed to write notes and journal in my sketchbook and on my good watercolor paper? Why the heck not? Abso-freaking-lutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. I was, trust me, I promise it sounded like I was about to say a bad word, but I was just double thinking my use of flipping or freaking, whichever came out of my mouth. So here is my summer sketchbook, and like this is on good 100% cotton watercolor paper. And it is full of notes to self. It is full of notes to self, and it's lovely and accomplished. I'm just going to say it. It's lovely and accomplished. This sketchbook, to me, feels very accomplished for me, and I am very proud of it. So yes, you can write yourself notes, okay? Let's see. Number 6, look for ways to establish easy fill the page elements. So there you go. Our brain is working. Our brain is connecting the dots here, okay? 7, establish icons for your journaling. I have hearts. I also do a lot of banners. I didn't even talk about that. But if you look back, I bet you're going to find a banner. Let's look back. Yeah. You're going to find hearts for sure. Hearts, right? You're going to see, what else do I do? There's hearts all throughout this. I did a lot of like water droplets in this one. We're getting to it. Banner type things, hearts, banners. I do arrows for sure. You've got another one coming up, another repeatable kind of icon that I use a lot of. Sunshine and clouds I use because what scene isn't brightened by some sunshine? Banners, right? In this book, I was using Mickey ears a lot for sure. This is from an earlier trip. Frames. I do like sketched gilded frames. That's another icon you're going to see me use a lot for a page filler. There's the banner again. There's the hearts again. So establish some of those for yourself or just use mine. It's nothing groundbreaking. Nothing groundbreaking. Hearts, Mickey ears, banners, lots of hearts. Here's I didn't do sun in this one yet, but I did clouds like message. It's like a hybrid between like a conversation cloud and an actual cloud. And there's the gilded frames again, a little bit of banner action, arrows. All right. And then repeatable elements that ties together. So maybe this is more like 5 tips, but like, you know, it's how my brain works. Oh, thank you, Jennifer. I'm glad you like the banners. They are fun. I think they're fun. Hi, Ginger. No, you didn't miss it. We're just getting on. We're just getting on. Thank you, Ashley. Ashley went and found tip number 2 from last week, and I appreciate that so much. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I do books. I sketch books. Okay. So this was the Boo to You. Well, no, I'm sorry. This was Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party spread. This was supposed to be a bear. And I literally did this standing while the parade was going on. These were bubbles I remember from Tinkerbell. I don't have the same marker. I don't care. So I'll make those look like bubbles. This was one of the floats that I think these were both Haunted Mansion. Oh no, these were candies from what's her name from Wreck-It Ralph. Yeah, and this was the guy from Peter Pan, Captain Hook, right? I think I need, and this was the song. Boo to You was the song. So I'm going to do a banner to get, because I want to get this done. This is honestly stressing me out. The fact that it's not done is stressing me out because I just know that there are so many memories in here and I don't want to forget them. This was a trip with my son and it was a very special trip where him and I just got to bond over pin trading and Halloween fun. And we're very blessed to be able to go on this trip. Maybe I'll do a moon. Let's do a moon up here, right? And then maybe some like cloudy, you know, how the clouds like come in front of the moon. I'll color this one in. Boo to you, you and you, right? Okay. And then what else? Oh my gosh. One of the memories that I loved so much was the Hatbox not the Hatbox Ghosts, the hitchhiking ghosts. They had this cool thing. Oh, thanks, Wendy. Yeah, we had a blast. So I want to have, how can I represent a hitchhiking ghost? That's too much for my brain right now. I'm going to move along. This guy looks weird, but I don't care. He's giving what he needs to give enough. Let's add some color. I've got my Schminke watercolors here. Let me spray them down a bit. And I also want to write some notes to try to I want to remember some, actually, I'm not ready to paint yet. Some special memories from that night. There was a lot of foggy effects. And so I tried to like get that in here just roughly so I wouldn't forget the foggy effects. And it worked. I didn't forget the foggy effects. And there's a cool part in the parade where there's like zombies with shovels, like they've almost like dug themselves out of the ground or something. And they do a dance and they like scrape the pavement with their shovels and the sparks fly. It's really cool. I'm going to get OHUHUs out again. These I introduced last week. These are like OHUHU's attempt, and very good attempt at Sharpie's acrylic pen, like brush markers. Love them. And I'm really like, they're going in my brain. They're outpacing Sharpie because they have the color range in the actual brush tip. Sharpie has the color range, but oddly they have it in like a bullet tip, not a brush tip. I don't know what they're doing there. It's very confusing. So get it together, Sharpie, because I will say Sharpies are, I think, a little juicier. But for now, OHUHU wins. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. All right. Ghost with a thumb up. Well, Wendy, yes, but do you want to draw it for me? Because the thought of drawing that freaks me out. Captain Hook's hat. What color is Captain Hook's hat? I do not know. Now I want to do these bubbles. And this is going to be another tip for y'all. This is going to be a tip. We're just going to call it tip number 9, whether or not we actually are tracking that. But tip number 9, sketch the fun. And this is something right now, this page is feeling kind of boo-hoo, you know, but to kind of like combat that mentally, I'm going to go ahead and sketch something or add some color. I'm going to do something that isn't governed by rules, that may seem out of step too early, but it's going to make me happy. All right. I've got the Holbein fluorescents, which are, in my opinion, a little tough to juice up. So I tend to really spray them down. I still like them very much, but I find them tough to juice up, meaning they're a little just a little annoying to re-wet. Not gonna lie. Anybody found that? But I still enjoy them so much. So yeah, paint the fun. Go in, because remember, we've got the momentum begets momentum, right? That's our mantra, right? And how are you going to build momentum? You got to make it fun. You got to make it something you want to do. You have to. Now I'm going sheer here, y'all, because this is not watercolor paper. No, it is not. I'm going to do a little pastel-y. Actually, I'm going to go over the, yeah. Oh yeah. That feels candy-like. Ooh. And you know, if I'm starting to sing, it means I'm having a good time, right? Right. I know. They are so fun, Wendy. And friends, if you feel so inclined, go ahead and share this live. Share it wherever. Share it. Let people know that it's happening. That it's happening. And people need to be here, or else they're missing out on the fun. All right. Do a little gray. So that made me happy, and that made me want to keep moving and grooving. So I'm going to add a little like brownish gray over this tombstone. Maybe a little icy blue. I could easily do this with markers, but sometimes dry brush watercolor is fabulous for when you're working in like on drawing paper and not watercolor paper. Get the words out, Chrissy. I think his hat is red, right? And his hair is black. Captain Hook, help a girl out, huh? Help a girl out. Right? All right. We got a bear over here, and I don't know how bear-like I'm going to be able to make this dude. It's one of the, what are they called? If you're not a Disney person, you'd be like, I have no idea, and nor do I care. But it's a bear. It's not going to look like a bear, but it's fine. I'm going to make a funny note. This is one of those bears. Frowny. We have a joke about these bears because we got stuck in Disney during a hurricane, and we were at the Wilderness Lodge. And whenever they treat their guests so well, I swear this isn't a Disney plug, it just happens to be what I'm journaling about. They treat their guests so well during hurricanes. And it's really, I mean, you are privileged to be there because there's people out you know, their homes are getting flooded and ruined, and you're there at Disney and they're putting on shows for you. It's actually kind of like a cognitive dissonance. But we joke because like the super bougie resorts get like the good characters like Mickey and Minnie, and then not Fort Wilderness, that's a campsite, but Wilderness Lodge gets the bears that nobody knows what the bears are about. Like nobody knows what the bears are from. And that was always like my family's joke. We don't get the bougie characters. So silly. Oh my gosh, Ginger, do it. Ginger, promise me that you're going to do this. Start it today. At least like find the sketchbook that you're going to work in. Find the sketchbook that you're going to work in. Okay. I would love that. I would love that. All right. I'm enjoying using this pen. This is a Sharpie S gel. I really like the way it flows. I honestly use it a lot to sign my paintings when it's on watercolor paper because it flows on watercolor paper. Go figure. This is the Haunted Mansion like placard thing. I'm not worried about like, sometimes I get into like, I missed an E there. Sometimes I get into typography and wanting to make it look like something, but I don't even have the word spelled right there. Do I care? No. We're probably going to put gold on that at some point. Yeah, sometimes I'll get into typography, but you don't always have to. Like that is going to read as the Haunted Mansion placard to anybody who knows it. All right, Ginger. Got it. No worries. Love it. So like, what did I do? I think I did. Yeah, like I did a little bit more attention paid to the typography. That kind of looks like actual Animal Kingdom font, Epcot. But I don't do it all the time. So don't feel like you have to be, accurate all the time. I'm just putting some of this in because I feel like it's cute. Sharpening things up a bit. I'm having to be kind of careful because this area is wet, and I'm working probably quicker than I should be. I should probably let things dry, but I don't feel like it. And I think that is going to be our next tip. I just realized I do this. Work in wet conditions. And I do that all the time because you are going to take any excuse to stop the momentum. Just hear me. You are going to use any excuse to stop the momentum. You are. And so, this is dry and I don't want to smudge. Well, you know what? Hold your pen differently. I've got my pinky here, so I don't put the side of my hand on the gravestone. Just work differently. Don't listen to your own excuses. Work differently. All right. I'm just going to put no excuse to stop. And again, that's why the work messy is such an early tip, because you have to. If you want to have the satisfaction of a completed page, you have to decide what's more important, and sometimes, there are going to be different things that are more important. Accuracy is going to be more important, or yeah, you know where I'm going. You're picking up what I'm putting down. I got a moon in there. It's a little too vibrant. So we're going to tone it down a little peach. That is a little too much dampness on the page, but we're going to work around it. Oh, we've got more candy up here. I think I'm going to do, ooh, that's pretty. Do a little bit of that there, touch of that there. And then maybe like, yeah, this is the, what is Schmenka's student line called? Is it Academy with a K, like German? That's their pastel collection that I think was a limited edition and never came back. Okay, Captain Hook's getting a red hat. I don't care what he actually, because I'm fairly confident he had a red hat. So we're just gonna run with that. Boo to you, you and you. It's this cute song that they run. Academy. Yeah, there you go. Jennifer. Jennifer's got the spelling. Thank y'all. Jennifer, your secret, not so secret addiction. Purpley red with a white gray plume. Okay, well, we can purple this up a bit. Wow, that purple is strong from Schminke. So strong. Wow, that just took over and now it's too wet. Whatever. Okay, cool. He has a mustache, right? Maybe that's what I was trying to represent here. I don't know. Things got weird. I was standing and the whole thing was starting, and so like his nose got weird. Everything got weird. I mean, when Christy Rice gets involved in portraiture of any kind, things get weird. Okay. When Christy Rice tries to draw people, things get weird. And I own it. I just like lean into it. It's fine. I was not put on this earth to do everything well. Nope. Twirly. Yeah. Okay. So good. I put okay, we're going to just twirl it up on the end. I think we can accomplish that. We're going to do some twirl out here. Fair enough. Fair enough. He's got the villain brow. Yes. Let's do a little bit of cross hatching here on the, what's this called? Shovel. It's shovelly enough. You and you. All right, now I need a memory. I need a memory to add to my smoky, bubbly situations here while I think of the memory. You know what? Instead of sketching those hitchhiking ghosts, I'm going to write about it. Why can't I spell hitchhiking? I don't know. Ghosts near the pin traders were so cool, but I didn't feel like drawing them. No, I didn't. Okay. And this was Grandpa Max. This was actually what one of the tombstones said on the float. So I captured that. I hyperfixated on that for some reason. Who knows why? Who knows why? Oh yeah, ghost shape. That would have been smart. That would have been smart. Yeah. He's a weird looking guy in the cartoon version, so it really works great. I love it. Yeah. Good. Good, good, good. All right. It's time for golds. Don't we think it's time for golds? But first, tip number 11. Don't sketch it if you don't feel like it. Like if you're in the momentum, right? Like I know you got to force yourself to start overall. But once you're in and you are moving and grooving and jiving, don't create a stumbling block, right? So actually, I'm going to say don't create a stumbling block. Okay. And that means like if you're going to start agonizing over how to represent the hitchhiking ghost or whatever it is, and you're just going to end up, you know yourself, and you're going to just throw your hands up in the air and go do chores, don't do it. Don't flipping do it. Don't do it. Okay. Please don't do it. It's not worth it. To lose that momentum, It's not worth it. Mm-mm. Let's see. I need like a quick representation of a bat. This is what, that's not really a bat. I don't know. I'm going to turn that into something else because that's not really a bat. And I don't feel like looking at one up right now and kind of breaking the flow. So we're going to do like a black cloud of something. And then I'll probably, maybe I'll leave it. Or maybe I'll add some like gray highlights to it and make it smoky. Actually, I really like that. I'm going to go back here and fill some. I like how it's defining the other cloud. Again, these are the OHUHUs that I love. I owe them a TikTok video because they sent me these for free. Is anybody here working in a sketchbook right now and enjoying it or feeling frustrated? Ask me your questions. Because I can try to answer. I'm always happy to try to answer, right? But there's going to be folks here that might absolutely have really strong answers, or help is on the way, right? Like seriously. So get in there and ask, because you don't know until you ask. You don't know. So what I'm doing now is something I do often. It happens in my personal paintings where I'm much more, detailed, and it is indeed going to become a tip. You bet your butt. It's where you are, especially when I'm doing a lot of mixed media work. But it can certainly apply in other scenarios where you're not bringing in a lot of different media. But like if you start adding an element, in this case, like I'm enjoying the use of this black acrylic brush marker, and it is adding nice definition, and it's working. Use it in a couple other places. Now, hear me. You can overdo things. You can overdo things very easily. So be aware of that, right? But spread the love. Spread the love a little, all right? Because this creates a cohesiveness on sketchbook pages and in your work at large. This kind of action can create cohesiveness. So while I'm adding it and continuing to add it, I'm being mindful. I'm constantly saying to myself, okay, Christy, are you going too far? I'm like kind of 1.5 steps ahead of myself, if that makes sense. Always kind of checking in with myself. These were supposed to be bats. Clearly, I need to do some work on figuring out an iconic bat silhouette. All right. All right. Fun. I feel like I am going to put this in here. This is my little wristbands, but we don't need all of it. We just need the part that says Mickey's Not So Scary, right? Halloween party. I think that'll be a nice little touch. We need a space filler here. I think right there is cute. Or, I mean, I don't want to cover the bear. Good heavens. The bear doesn't need, like, it looks really cute there. Actually, doesn't have to be continuous. All right, so we can do it. Mickey's Not So Scary. There we go. All right, I'm going to use my ATG gun instead of washi tape because washi tape is just not going to be strong enough to hold this. Great. I want to make sure to get rid of any leftover so my pages, when closed, my pages don't stick together. And Mickey's. There. That works. Ooh, I went way over. Does anybody else have an ATG gun? I find them to be one of the most underrated tools in like crafting and just in artistry in general. Oh, Wendy, I'm so glad. Here, Randy, I'm gonna flash the tip sheet, and if you want to take a screenshot, but you can also take a look at last week's replay, and you'll be able to get caught up there. But there it is. If you can actually read my insanely ridiculous handwriting, yeah. Okay. This part is bothering me. It's kind of like just believe it or not, a little too scribbly. So let's think. Let's get the gold out though, and not obsess. Oh, my gold is all the way across the room. That's weird. All right. So sometimes when you can't figure out an area, you need to keep moving. Go to another area because it's so easy to fixate. It's so easy to get stuck there. Anybody else say stuck if you are someone who easily gets stuck, frozen, overthinker type stuck? All right. I might put purple in the back, just like a really soft purple wash, because I don't think that's what was actually on this placard, but there's a lot of purple in the styling of the Haunted Mansion. So, oh, is that going to bleed a lot? I hope not. I was really counting on what I used there not to bleed a lot. Okay, not too much water on my brush. I don't even have the words spelled correctly, but that is giving Haunted Mansion. I'm okay. We're okay. It's messy. Oh, and I think this bear's vest is red. Man, that schminka, y'all. That schminka is not messing around. All right. Okay. So I might just add some fogginess. I was enjoying these lighter blues. So let me just dry brush in some of the blues. See how I feel about it. Because I know in my head, like adding this is not gonna like make anything terribly like it's not gonna be such a strong addition. Like I can go over it and I can do other things to it. It's changeable. It's not permanent. It's changeable. It's a softer color, even though it's more opaque. Right? Right. It's definitely taking your eye away from the scribbliness of it. And now that it's damp, maybe I'll float in something else. It's kind of damp. And I feel like I want to scrub in a little gold. I might just pick up a little, there's extra gold right there. Oh yeah, that's going to make it murky and ooh, pick it up from there. I probably should have rinsed my brush in between because that made that murky and yucky and I didn't want that. Just some dots. Oh yeah, there we go. Smoky, murky, scribblies are no longer an eyesore. Okay. Are we liking this kind of live, friends? Are we liking where I'm not quite as like I'm working? You know what I mean? I'm still chatting. I mean, trust me, I'm never going to stop chatting. But do we like this? Watching me work through my journal, knowing that like this is a newer like fixation for me, that, you know, I am no journaling expert. Mm. almost want that to look like, I don't know. Loving it. Ginger says, Jennifer says, terrific. That's awesome. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. I need a drink. I need a drink, y'all. I need to let that sit for a little bit. I want to show you a couple of things that are coming up. So friends that are watching on replay, this might not pertain, but that's okay. You can fast forward. Fast forward to where I pick that back up after things have dried a little bit. Okay. So this is one of the palettes that's coming up in our next Palmstreet live art supply party bus sale. It's Renaissance. Now, I know Thrifty laughs that this is what I call lightly filled quarter pans. Yeah, they're not light. They're not lightly filled. This is my palette that Kristen made me, so she didn't clean up the drippies because she knows I don't care. But this is going to be a whole palette offered. Stoked about that. I don't know how many we'll have left. We'll have available. Y'all, usually with the palettes, we usually don't have more than like 7 at a time. And then what is that? I think, yeah, this isn't a whole palette that we're offering. This is my palette that she's been building for me for a while. Oh yeah, this is my Sennelier palette now. This is my Sennelier palette. So these are all the Senneliers that we've offered over the last few months. Now this time around, I am finally releasing, I have a photo of it, so I will show you. We are finally releasing my Paris Sennelier palette. And these are the colors that I chose while in the store, the actual Sennelier store in actual Paris on the actual Seine River. I'm such a goofball. I am fully aware of this. Okay. So I want to show you what the colors are. Here they are. They are stunning. Okay. See, can you see that? Try to get the glare off there. And then I'm going to show you the swatched versions. Oh, I'm going to go down to the painting table. That's hard to see. All right. There are the colors. Hard to see though. So let me show you the swatch colors. I don't have the sample with me yet, but the Christie's Paris Selects are going to be available. Look at that palette, y'all. Isn't that gorgeous? It's not giving on the screen, but bright, beautiful. It's Opera Rose, Sennelier Orange, Naples Yellow Deep, Quinacridone Golds, Phthalo Green Light, Chromium Oxide Green, Sennelier Gray, which is Chef's Kiss, OMG, Turquoise Green, Prussian Blue, Greenish Umber, and Brown Green. And there's nothing brown about that green. It is, I picked a very specific palette, and yes, it is going to be coming in an empty, well, it's not going to be empty, but I'm making Art for Joy's Sake palette, which many of you have asked for some empties, and we may indeed have some empties available for sale for you. Yes. Jennifer, I love it. No, these won't. No, these type of curations are only available on Palmstreet. And then we do, if there's something you have your eye on, we can send you an invoice with shipping costs before the sale. We can do that. If you have something you have your eye on and you're outside of the US, because we know Palmstreet does not work. Outside of the US, just get in touch with Kristen, hello@christyrice.com, and she will go ahead and invoice you for that. So yeah, absolutely, Wendy. Ooh, you might be going to Paris. Yeah, I mean, the Sennelier store is lovely, and they have more than just Sennelier. Definitely visit the Charvin store for sure. Really fun. I like Charvin paints. They're not my favorite, but they're eye candy. They're like serious eye candy. I would actually snag, if you were going to snag anything Charvin while there, they're fluorescents. Yeah. So, but the store, being in that store is such an experience. So yeah. You can go back and watch my stories from Instagram. I'm Christy the Painter on Instagram for those that may be new here. You know, we didn't ask, is anybody new here? Because we've got the new channel, and I don't think we definitely don't have everybody that used to come to the lives on the old channel here yet, but we're getting there. We're about halfway there. We're about a third there. Oh, good, Rachel. I'm glad. Good. Yeah. But you can head to my archive stories, and my Paris ones from this past spring are still there, and it's like Paris 1 through 5. So we're in Paris on the front end of the trip and on the back end. So check it out. I believe. Yeah. Sharva. Yeah, definitely. AW is new. What's AW? What did I miss, Jennifer? I'm so sorry. So yeah, Palmstreet is coming up. If none of you have experienced Palmstreet, it is, hello, Debbie. Hello. Palmstreet is a live selling app, and it's kind of like this level of fun, but add to it, I'm selling curated art supply boxes and kits and palettes. This time around, I am very impatiently waiting for the sample boxes, but we have 3 project boxes coming for the next sale, and it's next Friday. It's October 10th. It starts at 6 p.m. We have a paint your own ceramics project box, and I'm thinking ahead to gift giving. Okay. So you're going to get everything you need. You're going to get gesso to prime. You're going to get a dot card of colors. We might even throw some acrylics in there. I'm not sure. Don't quote me up. You're going to get ribbon, and we're going to teach you in the lesson that's included. Not only am I going to teach you how to prime the ornaments, how to paint the ornaments, take you through an actual, some sample brush strokes, some tips for painting on a curved surface, because but I'm going to teach you how to dye the ribbon that you'll then hang. So you're going to get at least 1 round standard ornament and at least 1 vessel of some sort that you can paint and keep, or paint and give as gifts. Yes. Hey, Marianne. Oh, okay. Yeah. So glad you made it as well. Sorry. Really good. Debbie, I'm so glad you're here. Yay. Glad you found us. Oh, madly. Susan's madly in love with her A gallows. Yay. We're going to bring back A gallows for sure. So project box number 1 is the paint your own ceramics. Project box number 2, and remember, it comes with a video, an exclusive video that only you have access to. If anybody here got any of the project boxes I think our last sale was in August, just raise your hand and tell us what you got and tell us your experience. The other project box is going to be watercolor ground DIY, and you're going to get some objects to paint watercolor ground on, and I'm going to teach you how to use watercolor ground, and then you can turn those items into gifts, painted keepsakes to give as gifts. A beam palette, absolutely. We can definitely consider a beam palette for sure. The thing with beam, and like Roman Schmal, it's tough. They only do pans. So we can maybe talk to Beam and see, be really cool if they'd offer us bottles of paint. We actually have some paint sellers that are doing that for us. For the Advent calendar, they are sending us tubes and bottles of paint so we can make things on our own. Yeah. So, oh, Nicole, lovely. So what we're figuring out with those brands that only do pans is, can we heat up the pan just enough to make some nice clean slices and then make try me palettes out of them? Yeah, I mean, Beam is essentially gouache leaning, but yeah, Yeah, thrifty. Go check that out. Yeah. Okay, and then we're going to have what was the third project box? Oh, DIY holiday cards. We're going to give you everything you need so you're going to have fun envelopes, you're going to have the folded cards, we're going to give you watercolor paper that's got little adhesive on the back that you just peel away the sticker once it's all painted and slap it onto the card. It'll be beautiful and perfectly sized. You don't have to worry about any it'll all be scored and cut and everything for you. And then the video is going to be some Christmas designs, some just some general holiday, like wintry designs, how to paint, and by request, some New Year designs in case you want to paint those cards and send them out for New Year's. So yeah, shut up and take my money, Randy. You're funny. So those are the 3 project boxes. No experiment boxes this time. We're focusing on gift giving. I really want to empower you to use your talents for gift giving and feel confident enough that people would want what you create, because they do. Yeah. And then, ooh, Nicole, awesome. I have a wedding the Saturday after the sale, so don't keep me up too late. And then we have a bunch of Try Me palettes. Of course, we have the Renaissance. We've got some new Daniel Smith coming. We've got not M Graham. Actually, we may have some M Graham, but it's not confirmed. We have Michael Harding and Mission Gold Pure Pigment. We're going to have maybe we'll get 7 out of it, 5 to 7 full sets of Mission Gold Pure Pigment watercolors. They're going to come in the Fall Leaves 48 pan palette, because there's like 36 of them, something like that. And they're going to be lightly filled quarter pans. Yeah, you need to get to an art store while you're there. Yay, Ray, which one did you get? Which one did you get? Which one did you get? Yeah. So, and then we're going to have a slew of original art with an option to purchase a frame, a very affordable frame. So if you want to do gift giving, you'll be gift ready. Yeah. And some surprises. And then of course, I'm going to be offering some cool discounts on my own stuff, probably a little deeper discounts than I've offered in previous sales. So you're going to want to be there. All the information about Palmstreet is in the description. All right, let's get back to the painting table, wrap this up. And I think we're going to have to go into a part 3, if I'm being honest, because y'all, I guess I could just punt and not do our 4th day, but I kind of feel like I don't want to do that, because that day was so filled with memories, even more than the flashy, go to the parade day. That 4th day that I didn't even start in my sketchbook was a day that I just really bonded with my son. There were actually some difficult moments in that day, because, parenting, but, they're not the ones I really remember. I remember bonding. I remember seeing my son be so knowledgeable about pins. Basically, we pin traded in Epcot, and we sat at a table and just sat with like the OGs of pin trading and traded. And my son showed such beautiful kindness, generosity of spirit. He showed such knowledge about pin trading. I had people, I'm in a pin trading group on Facebook. It's quite a large one. And I posted about some of the events that we had been to, and I posted pictures of us together. And I had people that traded with my son that day who recognized the pictures and said, your son was so lovely, so knowledgeable. And so those are my memories of that day. So I've officially decided after all that ramble that we are going to do a part 3. I hope you're okay with it, next week. And I'm going to finish that page. Oh, memories. So let me know if you're excited. Just type an exclamation point in the comments if you're excited to see me document that day that was just dripping with happy memories. And of course, we'll talk more about journaling. I really am deciding. I'm running the risk of overdoing it with this OHUHU acrylic marker, but I'm okay with that. I'm trying to really get the gilded vibe moving and grooving here. All right. Yes. I'm going to note, we had an amazing, I'm just going to do the word amazing with this marker because it's too big. Amazing. And we had an amazing dinner at a very like, they're called quick serve. It's like fast food at Disney. Amazing dinner at Pecos Bill. And I want to remember that because I know that just by it's like you need little like word triggers for when you're looking through your journals later on to remember things. So I needed a little word trigger there. I think I need to intensify the Boo to You. And this is one of those songs, if you ever are in Disney for the the Halloween party and all that, they're pumping this song in at times. And it's one that gets stuck in your head. Boo to you, you and you. I mean, it's ridiculous. You and you and you. Yeah. So it's not one that I'll forget, but I need a little visual oomph, if you will. Okay. Okay. I don't know. Like, it's balanced. Was there any memories that I wanted to? And here's a tip that we're going to wrap with today. You've done the momentum. You've done the forcing, right? You forced yourself to get up, get the thing going. You've been messy. You've done all the things. And you're coming to that point where you're not feeling fatigued of it. You're just like, I think this might be done. And what I want you to now, reward equals reflection. And this is your time, your reward for all of this, all these great habits is to sit back and reflect a bit and to just to slow a bit. And so while I reflect a bit, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to just start this page. So because I'm having an idea and I don't want to forget the idea. And it's going to be, I want a lighter color, pin trading. And then I put a heart here. I kind of want it to be on a curve. So I'm like thinking of that. And I'm going to do uppercase with, I'm going to angle this. So my the is going to be the closest thing to straight. And then prose. And I know I'm going to run into that beautiful loop-de-loop, but it's okay. All right. So pin trading with the prose. Yes, I have made this very big because there wasn't a lot of activity on that day, but there were a lot of memories. So I know that I don't need a lot of space for like all the different things. I'm going to do a sun. I'm going to just rough in a sun because the day felt very, very bright. I'll tell you, having a kiddo, I know many of you know this out there. You know, we have a new ADHD diagnosis for him. That boy is working hard, and so are we. It's hard. His mom's neurospicy. He's neurospicy. We are all triggered at times. It's and so we celebrate. We celebrate the beautiful. And so that's what this page is going to be about. And I've got it started. Oh, I am totally a Disneyholic. I am a Disney adult. I am a Disney adult. I am a Disney adult. And I used to make fun of Disney adults. I did. I've told you this before, but if you're new here, after I drank the Kool-Aid, the mouse aid. After that trip, I came back and I literally apologized to people. All right. So the last tip for today, number 13, is start the next page. So you feel like you want to stop, you know there's more you want to do, start the next page. Like literally take 1 minute and you are banking your momentum. So I'm going to write here, bank some momentum, because by starting the next page with you're basically using your current momentum to fuel easy momentum on your next page. If that makes sense, friends, if this has all made sense and you've had a good time and this has been enjoyable for you and you've gotten value out of it, would you consider giving this video a boop? I started this new live channel for technical reasons to try to make sure that my main channel with the permanent uploads is getting the attention that I'm trying so hard for it to get, because I want more people. I want watercolor curious to find us on the tubes. More of you. This community has changed my life. And I know for a fact it has changed so many others. You tell me your stories. Thank you, Mary. You tell me your stories. Folks that will never make it on a live tell me their stories in comments. So many that I have like guilt daily that I can't keep up with those comments. And so, yes, I've got to pay the bills. And yes, I have to like tweak things when, my channel isn't making what it used to, because I have to pay the bills and I have to pay my team. But at the heart of it all, I don't care about any of it unless I am reaching the watercolor curious, unless I am impacting lives, because it doesn't mean anything. So yeah, thanks. So if you happen to find us here first in this new channel, Watercolor Land, just go ahead on the main page here and you're going to find my other channel with a ton of content and a ton of previous lives, because that's where they used to live. Yeah. Ray, I only went to Disney as an adult, so I guess that makes me want to. Oh, Wendy, thank you. Thank you. I don't know why I'm all like teary today. September was emotional month, just a lot of roller coasters and a lot of like business stuff. When you're in business, you have to constantly make adjustments. And when I shouldn't say constantly, but it's like in life. It's like if you sit on your laurels, the world reminds you that you sat on your laurels. So, yeah. If you're always doing the same old, you're going to get the same old eventually. Not to mention, we're living in a time that's tough for a lot of us. It's tough for a lot of us. So September was a growth month, and I am actually super grateful for it. It was like a personal growth month through some of the things I had to do. Thank you, Marianne. Some of the things I had to rework, some of the things, yeah, keep moving. That's all we can do. And so October already feels, yeah, Mary, absolutely. Oh, thank you, Randy. Yeah, so, Jennifer, I'll tell him. Poor Adam did not have the most fantastic birthday. My poor husband had to get a shot in his eye on his birthday. September 30th, baby. Go out with a bang. But, I keep singing this song and the Lord's telling me to sing it right now. So I'm gonna. And I hope it doesn't offend anybody. But I believe in the powers of principalities of light and darkness. I'm of the belief, you all know I've shared my beliefs with you. And I do feel like more darkness was controlling my mind the last month and making me think things were worse than like infinitely worse than they were. There was nothing, the sky wasn't falling, but he was trying to make me believe otherwise. Yeah, you have to keep it. You have to keep changing. You're right. Yes, constantly. So anyway, I appreciate you. Anyway, I know the I part. Yeah. So I have been singing this song now. Has anybody watched the movie? It's an adoption movie, and it's got the town name in it. It's called Possum Trot. It's by Angel. Is that Angel Network? I believe. Something Miracles in Possum Trot or something, and it's about the town. It's a true story, and it's about a town. The pastor and his wife, his wife lost her mom, and she was in a deep dark place, and then she pleaded with God to pull her out of it. Angel Studios, thank you. You got to see it. A lot of triggers in it, but if read the previews, but and there is this point, and essentially the whole town starts fostering children and eventually adopting them, and it's a story. It's a true story of God moving through people, and then also the opposite of God trying to win. And there is this scene where they sing in church, and it's during a particularly hard time where all the families that have opened up their hearts and their lives and their finances to these kids with all of these problems, they all just feel like they're being attacked. All the things are going wrong, right? And they sing this song, and I have been singing this song, and I hope it doesn't offend, but just know my heart. Whatever higher power you believe in, I think there's application here. All right. Satan, we're gonna take your kingdom down. Oh Lord. Satan, we're gonna tear your kingdom down. You've been building your kingdom, trying all over this mind. But Satan, I'm gonna tear your kingdom down. The preachers, they're gonna tear your kingdom down. Anyone that prays, the prayers are gonna tear your kingdom down. Yeah. You've been building your kingdom all over this land. So the prayers, we're gonna pray your kingdom down. Anyway, that song got me through September. And it's a quick song, and you can turn that into whatever your belief system is. And it's like a fight. It's a fight song. So anyway, thank you guys. Thanks, Jennifer. Oh, thanks, Sashi. Just you talking about it, right? I know. Okay, I'm done. I did not plan that. And this isn't getting edited. We don't edit lives anymore, at least for now. So say lovey. Whatever will be, will be. Huzzah. Let's roll. Yeah. All right. Thanks, friends. Ta-da. Yeah. All right, friends. Thank you so much for today. I've got to pop off. It's been a blast. I will see you next week. Yeah, just reach out to me if you have any questions, anything you want to chat about. Instagram DMs are the best. Take care. Happy painting.